The door will be painted tomorrow.
The door will be painted tomorrow.
I bought a book.
I bought a book.
I now view life differently than I used to.
I now view life differently than I used to.
He had long hair last year.
He had long hair last year.
Can you keep the noise down?
Can you keep the noise down?
I went shopping with a friend.
I went shopping with a friend.
These trousers are dirty.
These trousers are dirty.
She translated it word for word.
She translated it word for word.
The streets were decorated with flags.
The streets were decorated with flags.
As far as I know, he is honest.
As far as I know, he is honest.
You can't speak French, can you?
You can't speak French, can you?
I don't like the taste of onions.
I don't like the taste of onions.
Who owns this land?
Who owns this land?
Does he know that you love him?
Does he know that you love him?
Do you want something?
Do you want something?
Can we afford a new car?
Can we afford a new car?
All the students come from the U.S.
All the students come from the U.S.
You'll see.
You'll see.
That girl resembles her mother.
That girl resembles her mother.
Divide the cake among you three.
Divide the cake among you three.
He wrote to me from time to time.
He wrote to me from time to time.
I'd like to make a reservation for tonight.
I'd like to make a reservation for tonight.
Edison invented the light bulb.
Edison invented the light bulb.
The problem perplexed him.
The problem perplexed him.
I forgot to turn off the gas.
I forgot to turn off the gas.
He became a great musician.
He became a great musician.
The milk tasted sour.
The milk tasted sour.
I know that you did your best.
I know that you did your best.
Let's clean our room.
Let's clean our room.
Tom usually goes to bed at 10:40.
Tom usually goes to bed at 10:40.
There is no need for him to work.
There is no need for him to work.
This meat smells bad.
This meat smells bad.
Bell invented the telephone.
Bell invented the telephone.
Can you guess my age?
Can you guess my age?
It's a fact you can't deny.
It's a fact you can't deny.
My bag was stolen.
My bag was stolen.
I'd like to rent a compact car.
I'd like to rent a compact car.
Prices are double what they were 2 years ago.
Prices are double what they were 2 years ago.
He put the key in the lock.
He put the key in the lock.
My father is out.
My father is out.
Don't walk so fast.
Don't walk so fast.
My hobby is collecting old coins.
My hobby is collecting old coins.
He hung up.
He hung up.
He soon accustomed himself to cold weather.
He soon accustomed himself to cold weather.
Don't leave the door open.
Don't leave the door open.
I am sure of winning the tennis match.
I am sure of winning the tennis match.
I played tennis.
I played tennis.
My father is retiring next spring.
My father is retiring next spring.
What did you get for Christmas?
What did you get for Christmas?
I want a lot more.
I want a lot more.
I'm tired of studying.
I'm tired of studying.
She turned her old dress into a skirt.
She turned her old dress into a skirt.
He closely resembles his father.
He closely resembles his father.
He has little experience in teaching.
He has little experience in teaching.
The meat is frozen.
The meat is frozen.
Believe it or not, she has 3 children.
Believe it or not, she has 3 children.
I can't get the car to start.
I can't get the car to start.
You should have said so earlier.
You should have said so earlier.
We played baseball yesterday.
We played baseball yesterday.
Whose dictionary is this?
Whose dictionary is this?
Always tell the truth.
Always tell the truth.
They kept singing until a rescue team came.
They kept singing until a rescue team came.
He told me to be kind to others.
He told me to be kind to others.
I wake him at 6 every morning.
I wake him at 6 every morning.
Money does not grow on trees.
Money does not grow on trees.
He is likely to come.
He is likely to come.
Please pardon me for coming late.
Please pardon me for coming late.
What happened to him?
What happened to him?
He is in the hospital at present.
He is in the hospital at present.
Forgive me for breaking my promise.
Forgive me for breaking my promise.
I've got to see it.
I've got to see it.
Give me a glass of milk.
Give me a glass of milk.
This is her pen.
This is her pen.
He seems to know us.
He seems to know us.
I don't usually have to work on Sundays.
I don't usually have to work on Sundays.
I have nothing to do with it.
I have nothing to do with it.
Her composition was free from mistakes.
Her composition was free from mistakes.
I don't mean you.
I don't mean you.
It is windy today.
It is windy today.
It was cloudy yesterday.
It was cloudy yesterday.
They were lying on the grass.
They were lying on the grass.
All our teachers were young and loved teaching.
All our teachers were young and loved teaching.
It was very difficult.
It was very difficult.
I'd like to open a savings account.
I'd like to open a savings account.
Someone is knocking on the door.
Someone is knocking on the door.
She got married against her father's will.
She got married against her father's will.
Evil sometimes wins.
Evil sometimes wins.
I can swim fast.
I can swim fast.
How old is he?
How old is he?
She won the contest.
She won the contest.
We named the dog White.
We named the dog White.
We arrived home late.
We arrived home late.
I smoke cigarettes.
I smoke cigarettes.
I want to study history.
I want to study history.
Have you ever climbed Mount Fuji?
Have you ever climbed Mount Fuji?
I got what she was saying.
I got what she was saying.
He had been there before.
He had been there before.
On my way home, I met him.
On my way home, I met him.
I am sure I saw her 2 years ago.
I am sure I saw her 2 years ago.
I want you to wash the car.
I want you to wash the car.
Tom likes tea better than coffee.
Tom likes tea better than coffee.
In comparison with Tokyo, London is small.
In comparison with Tokyo, London is small.
Will you help me for a minute?
Will you help me for a minute?
Let's watch TV.
Let's watch TV.
Sapporo is the 5th largest city in Japan.
Sapporo is the 5th largest city in Japan.
Let me finish.
Let me finish.
Did you know him?
Did you know him?
I am his friend and will remain so.
I am his friend and will remain so.
I can't find my glasses.
I can't find my glasses.
Can I borrow your hair dryer?
Can I borrow your hair dryer?
I'm bad at sports.
I'm bad at sports.
My friends invited me to dinner.
My friends invited me to dinner.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Did you read it at all?
Did you read it at all?
It's impolite to stare at people.
It's impolite to stare at people.
Are you doing what you think is right?
Are you doing what you think is right?
I will write to her tomorrow.
I will write to her tomorrow.
Will you lend me your dictionary?
Will you lend me your dictionary?
My sister usually walks to school.
My sister usually walks to school.
Perhaps she will come tomorrow.
Perhaps she will come tomorrow.
He picked up the book.
He picked up the book.
We have to change our plan.
We have to change our plan.
Call up Tom right away.
Call up Tom right away.
He helped me do my homework.
He helped me do my homework.
She said she had a cold.
She said she had a cold.
The bird is in its nest.
The bird is in its nest.
Our conversation was interrupted by his sneezes.
Our conversation was interrupted by his sneezes.
Please give us some examples.
Please give us some examples.
The bridge is still under construction.
The bridge is still under construction.
What did you have for lunch today?
What did you have for lunch today?
Have you finished breakfast yet?
Have you finished breakfast yet?
Can I have some more milk?
Can I have some more milk?
She knows how to play the guitar.
She knows how to play the guitar.
You'll learn how to do it sooner or later.
You'll learn how to do it sooner or later.
Would you like to go?
Would you like to go?
When did you change your address?
When did you change your address?
My sister is playing with a doll.
My sister is playing with a doll.
She is eager to go to France.
She is eager to go to France.
She brought his lunch today.
She brought his lunch today.
Have you finished knitting that sweater?
Have you finished knitting that sweater?
Comb your hair before you go out.
Comb your hair before you go out.
What are the symptoms?
What are the symptoms?
I'm from Canada.
I'm from Canada.
I would rather not go shopping alone.
I would rather not go shopping alone.
She tried in vain to please him.
She tried in vain to please him.
I have the same dictionary as your brother has.
I have the same dictionary as your brother has.
I had my wallet stolen.
I had my wallet stolen.
He hid himself behind the door.
He hid himself behind the door.
Here's the address.
Here's the address.
I am not sure how to pronounce the word.
I am not sure how to pronounce the word.
He is a good fellow.
He is a good fellow.
We were afraid that we might hurt his feelings.
We were afraid that we might hurt his feelings.
What you say is true.
What you say is true.
Please endorse this check.
Please endorse this check.
You must never resort to violence.
You must never resort to violence.
I will not attend the party.
I will not attend the party.
She woke up on her own.
She woke up on her own.
She locked the door.
She locked the door.
Does she like oranges?
Does she like oranges?
The police informed us of the accident.
The police informed us of the accident.
I tried again and again, but I couldn't succeed.
I tried again and again, but I couldn't succeed.
I bought a red tie.
I bought a red tie.
I study at school.
I study at school.
This book sold well in Japan.
This book sold well in Japan.
He mentioned it.
He mentioned it.
Thank you for your advice.
Thank you for your advice.
These are our books.
These are our books.
What payment options are available?
What payment options are available?
Help yourself to anything you'd like to eat.
Help yourself to anything you'd like to eat.
The bride looked very beautiful.
The bride looked very beautiful.
Water the flowers before you eat breakfast.
Water the flowers before you eat breakfast.
Ask your question.
Ask your question.
We flew from London to New York.
We flew from London to New York.
The boy observed the birds all day.
The boy observed the birds all day.
He spent the evening reading a book.
He spent the evening reading a book.
Tom thanked me for the gift.
Tom thanked me for the gift.
Would you like a cup of milk?
Would you like a cup of milk?
This is why I dislike cats.
This is why I dislike cats.
I sleep in my room.
I sleep in my room.
We are against working on Sundays.
We are against working on Sundays.
Are you for or against my plan?
Are you for or against my plan?
Babies often fall down.
Babies often fall down.
I'll forgive you just this once.
I'll forgive you just this once.
They eat with a knife and fork.
They eat with a knife and fork.
It is traditional to wear black to a funeral.
It is traditional to wear black to a funeral.
She did come here.
She did come here.
Don't feed the dog.
Don't feed the dog.
The dog must be hungry.
The dog must be hungry.
Does he speak English?
Does he speak English?
He speaks English and French.
He speaks English and French.
Nobody answered my question.
Nobody answered my question.
He raised his hand to ask a question.
He raised his hand to ask a question.
Please turn off the TV.
Please turn off the TV.
What are you cooking?
What are you cooking?
Put yourself in my position.
Put yourself in my position.
China is 20 times as large as Japan.
China is 20 times as large as Japan.
He is a genius.
He is a genius.
He acquired Russian quickly.
He acquired Russian quickly.
I will love you forever.
I will love you forever.
Does he know what you did?
Does he know what you did?
As usual, the physics teacher was late for class.
As usual, the physics teacher was late for class.
All is still.
All is still.
He always yells at me when he is angry.
He always yells at me when he is angry.
You can use my desk if you want to.
You can use my desk if you want to.
He found the box under the table.
He found the box under the table.
They won't be able to get up so early.
They won't be able to get up so early.
This string is strong.
This string is strong.
I came here yesterday.
I came here yesterday.
I bought a book yesterday.
I bought a book yesterday.
She has a great interest in music.
She has a great interest in music.
I didn't have lunch today.
I didn't have lunch today.
I want you to go to the post office.
I want you to go to the post office.
I can't stand him.
I can't stand him.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Let's try something.
Let's try something.
Where's the emergency exit?
Where's the emergency exit?
Wait until your turn comes.
Wait until your turn comes.
She likes to read books.
She likes to read books.
He is unmarried.
He is unmarried.
I have to leave now.
I have to leave now.
My father drinks a cup of coffee every morning.
My father drinks a cup of coffee every morning.
Then the motor suddenly died.
Then the motor suddenly died.
I wrote her a letter every day.
I wrote her a letter every day.
I am sad to hear it.
I am sad to hear it.
The odds are against us.
The odds are against us.
Let go of me.
Let go of me.
I have been looking for you.
I have been looking for you.
I can type 50 words a minute.
I can type 50 words a minute.
I know where he lives.
I know where he lives.
I know how to drive a car.
I know how to drive a car.
The jewel was found in an unlikely place.
The jewel was found in an unlikely place.
She called me in the afternoon.
She called me in the afternoon.
Traffic lights work all the time.
Traffic lights work all the time.
Could I see you a minute, please?
Could I see you a minute, please?
He has another son.
He has another son.
This T-shirt is too small for me.
This T-shirt is too small for me.
Do you remember me?
Do you remember me?
He made me a suit.
He made me a suit.
A girl is playing the flute.
A girl is playing the flute.
I'm writing a letter.
I'm writing a letter.
Who stole the apple?
Who stole the apple?
Tomorrow is her birthday.
Tomorrow is her birthday.
Go to the doctor to get your prescription.
Go to the doctor to get your prescription.
You should have refused such an unfair proposal.
You should have refused such an unfair proposal.
I'll call later.
I'll call later.
Did I hurt you?
Did I hurt you?
I am accustomed to living alone.
I am accustomed to living alone.
When are you going to Europe?
When are you going to Europe?
I was fond of cake.
I was fond of cake.
I met her on the street.
I met her on the street.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
He likes soccer a lot.
He likes soccer a lot.
The room is full of people.
The room is full of people.
My father asked me to open the window.
My father asked me to open the window.
I talked on the telephone.
I talked on the telephone.
She has a funny face.
She has a funny face.
Do you play soccer?
Do you play soccer?
I can't express myself in English very well.
I can't express myself in English very well.
Forget about that right now.
Forget about that right now.
They say that he is very rich.
They say that he is very rich.
The settlers embraced the Christian religion.
The settlers embraced the Christian religion.
What's new?
What's new?
The TV remote control is under the couch.
The TV remote control is under the couch.
Who wrote Hamlet?
Who wrote Hamlet?
Can I give you a ride?
Can I give you a ride?
I haven't met him.
I haven't met him.
She kept crying all night.
She kept crying all night.
She lives a few blocks away from here.
She lives a few blocks away from here.
What have you come here for?
What have you come here for?
This book is worth reading twice.
This book is worth reading twice.
I'm leaving for Chicago next week.
I'm leaving for Chicago next week.
Have you ever seen a koala?
Have you ever seen a koala?
I remember the word.
I remember the word.
Don't drink any alcohol.
Don't drink any alcohol.
I wish I had wings to fly.
I wish I had wings to fly.
Do you see what I mean?
Do you see what I mean?
I asked him to drive me home.
I asked him to drive me home.
Were you at home yesterday?
Were you at home yesterday?
I come home from work about 7 every day.
I come home from work about 7 every day.
Look at that house.
Look at that house.
5 gallons of regular, please.
5 gallons of regular, please.
She took care of my dog.
She took care of my dog.
That's what I said all along.
That's what I said all along.
He is a good singer.
He is a good singer.
He was all attention.
He was all attention.
I haven't eaten lunch yet.
I haven't eaten lunch yet.
How much is the bus fare?
How much is the bus fare?
She got on her bike and rode away.
She got on her bike and rode away.
Never tell a lie again.
Never tell a lie again.
The new bridge was named Rainbow Bridge.
The new bridge was named Rainbow Bridge.
He's bound to notice your mistake.
He's bound to notice your mistake.
You should acknowledge your failure.
You should acknowledge your failure.
This train is bound for New York.
This train is bound for New York.
The meeting was held here.
The meeting was held here.
You work too hard.
You work too hard.
Keep an eye on my bag for a while.
Keep an eye on my bag for a while.
Something may have happened to him.
Something may have happened to him.
I have a surprise for you.
I have a surprise for you.
The workman died from the explosion.
The workman died from the explosion.
I bought the car at a 10% discount.
I bought the car at a 10% discount.
Open the door and let in the dog.
Open the door and let in the dog.
Will you go, too?
Will you go, too?
He wrote a book on China.
He wrote a book on China.
He tried to write down everything the teacher said.
He tried to write down everything the teacher said.
One is Japanese and the other is Italian.
One is Japanese and the other is Italian.
He came by bus.
He came by bus.
I paid for the purchase in cash.
I paid for the purchase in cash.
I wonder if dinner is ready.
I wonder if dinner is ready.
This CD belongs to her.
This CD belongs to her.
I haven't seen her since last month.
I haven't seen her since last month.
He had his wallet stolen.
He had his wallet stolen.
Please forgive me for not answering your letter.
Please forgive me for not answering your letter.
Animals are afraid of fire.
Animals are afraid of fire.
Your help will save us a lot of work.
Your help will save us a lot of work.
Thank you for the present.
Thank you for the present.
The teachers are trying to motivate their students.
The teachers are trying to motivate their students.
Whose is this bag?
Whose is this bag?
My son is not old enough for school.
My son is not old enough for school.
I can do it.
I can do it.
It's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
French is spoken in France.
French is spoken in France.
Mom bought a pretty doll for me.
Mom bought a pretty doll for me.
She went out without saying a word.
She went out without saying a word.
My father neither drinks nor smokes.
My father neither drinks nor smokes.
Their eyes met.
Their eyes met.
Her husband is now living in Tokyo.
Her husband is now living in Tokyo.
Lesson 2 is easy.
Lesson 2 is easy.
You're the best.
You're the best.
I felt cold.
I felt cold.
Democracy originated in ancient Greece.
Democracy originated in ancient Greece.
How about wearing contact lenses?
How about wearing contact lenses?
He does not like tennis.
He does not like tennis.
See you tomorrow at the library.
See you tomorrow at the library.
Give me a sheet of paper.
Give me a sheet of paper.
What do you suggest?
What do you suggest?
It was a very cold winter.
It was a very cold winter.
I'm going home now.
I'm going home now.
I like being alone.
I like being alone.
The steak is well done.
The steak is well done.
Many people work in industrial towns.
Many people work in industrial towns.
Suddenly, it began to rain.
Suddenly, it began to rain.
He lit a candle in the dark.
He lit a candle in the dark.
Some boys play tennis and others play soccer.
Some boys play tennis and others play soccer.
All I have is books.
All I have is books.
Does this bus go to the center of town?
Does this bus go to the center of town?
Which subject do you like best?
Which subject do you like best?
We took pride in our strength.
We took pride in our strength.
Balls are round.
Balls are round.
How many books does he have?
How many books does he have?
It's getting cloudy.
It's getting cloudy.
You may choose whichever book you like.
You may choose whichever book you like.
My sweater shrank in the wash.
My sweater shrank in the wash.
Cows supply milk.
Cows supply milk.
This is the best movie I've ever seen.
This is the best movie I've ever seen.
He was wounded by a bullet.
He was wounded by a bullet.
My aunt looks young.
My aunt looks young.
She drives me mad.
She drives me mad.
She invited me to her home.
She invited me to her home.
It is difficult to walk 60 kilometers a day.
It is difficult to walk 60 kilometers a day.
Eat as much as you like.
Eat as much as you like.
She studies English.
She studies English.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Whose is this bicycle?
Whose is this bicycle?
Enjoy your holidays.
Enjoy your holidays.
The boy made his parents happy.
The boy made his parents happy.
I regret missing the speech.
I regret missing the speech.
He was busy.
He was busy.
How many chin-ups can you do, Tom?
How many chin-ups can you do, Tom?
She will be here this evening.
She will be here this evening.
I jog twice a week.
I jog twice a week.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This dog eats almost anything.
This dog eats almost anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She smokes 20 cigarettes a day.
She smokes 20 cigarettes a day.
We slept in a tent.
We slept in a tent.
She'll be getting married next year.
She'll be getting married next year.
I have already finished my homework.
I have already finished my homework.
I call her up every day.
I call her up every day.
He studied the flight of birds.
He studied the flight of birds.
These oranges have gone bad.
These oranges have gone bad.
We didn't see any girls in the group.
We didn't see any girls in the group.
I know you don't care.
I know you don't care.
How long is this bridge?
How long is this bridge?
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
The line is busy now.
The line is busy now.
This building is very large.
This building is very large.
He will be punished.
He will be punished.
I had a nightmare.
I had a nightmare.
I wouldn't do it for the world.
I wouldn't do it for the world.
All human beings are mortal.
All human beings are mortal.
Japan should not spend much money on weapons.
Japan should not spend much money on weapons.
My car won't start.
My car won't start.
Listen carefully.
Listen carefully.
I left my umbrella behind in the taxi.
I left my umbrella behind in the taxi.
Gee, I wish I had that problem.
Gee, I wish I had that problem.
What's happening?
What's happening?
He's writing a book now.
He's writing a book now.
This is what I need.
This is what I need.
He likes drinking coffee without sugar.
He likes drinking coffee without sugar.
Is he at home?
Is he at home?
I need some sugar. Do you have any?
I need some sugar. Do you have any?
After the rain, the sun emerged from the clouds.
After the rain, the sun emerged from the clouds.
My uncle has lived in Paris for 10 years.
My uncle has lived in Paris for 10 years.
We are cousins.
We are cousins.
The French president is to visit Japan next month.
The French president is to visit Japan next month.
I asked the doctor some questions.
I asked the doctor some questions.
I will be free in 10 minutes.
I will be free in 10 minutes.
He runs in the park every day.
He runs in the park every day.
I like castles.
I like castles.
The cat is sleeping on the sofa.
The cat is sleeping on the sofa.
He was made captain.
He was made captain.
I bought a new computer last month.
I bought a new computer last month.
My father likes his job.
My father likes his job.
This is the best restaurant that I know.
This is the best restaurant that I know.
Welcome to Japan.
Welcome to Japan.
A ball hit her right leg.
A ball hit her right leg.
I have to brush my teeth.
I have to brush my teeth.
You're always complaining.
You're always complaining.
He has been to America.
He has been to America.
I have a lot of things to tell you.
I have a lot of things to tell you.
Read it once more, please.
Read it once more, please.
Only my mother really understands me.
Only my mother really understands me.
She is not a poet but a novelist.
She is not a poet but a novelist.
No one believed his story.
No one believed his story.
What subway goes to the center of town?
What subway goes to the center of town?
I hope you'll be happy forever.
I hope you'll be happy forever.
This rose is very beautiful.
This rose is very beautiful.
Who do you think will win the tournament?
Who do you think will win the tournament?
Please answer me.
Please answer me.
He couldn't run very fast.
He couldn't run very fast.
There were few children in the room.
There were few children in the room.
I'll be back in an hour.
I'll be back in an hour.
The converse is also true.
The converse is also true.
I have the flu and I'm tired.
I have the flu and I'm tired.
She left her children in her aunt's care.
She left her children in her aunt's care.
I'll come back soon.
I'll come back soon.
I thanked him for the nice present.
I thanked him for the nice present.
It is a typical Gothic church.
It is a typical Gothic church.
He was always on the people's side.
He was always on the people's side.
Whose shirt is this?
Whose shirt is this?
Above all, logic requires precise definitions.
Above all, logic requires precise definitions.
You can drive a car, can't you?
You can drive a car, can't you?
My mother is sick in bed.
My mother is sick in bed.
It is our turn to laugh.
It is our turn to laugh.
Don't play in the street.
Don't play in the street.
I want to learn French.
I want to learn French.
I was just thinking of a new job.
I was just thinking of a new job.
Could you reduce the price a little?
Could you reduce the price a little?
She takes a shower every morning.
She takes a shower every morning.
Guess what he told me.
Guess what he told me.
We stayed overnight in Hakone.
We stayed overnight in Hakone.
People were removing the snow on the street.
People were removing the snow on the street.
We swam in the lake.
We swam in the lake.
I know all of them.
I know all of them.
Probably he will come soon.
Probably he will come soon.
I am thinking of going abroad next year.
I am thinking of going abroad next year.
You shouldn't speak so ill of him.
You shouldn't speak so ill of him.
She is not tall.
She is not tall.
Tomorrow is a holiday.
Tomorrow is a holiday.
You like rain, don't you?
You like rain, don't you?
Which CD do you want to listen to?
Which CD do you want to listen to?
The lecture started on schedule.
The lecture started on schedule.
When were you born?
When were you born?
I took off my hat and entered the church.
I took off my hat and entered the church.
The diamond was set in a gold ring.
The diamond was set in a gold ring.
It was too difficult for me.
It was too difficult for me.
You could have done it.
You could have done it.
Have you ever visited Kyoto?
Have you ever visited Kyoto?
She turned a page of her book.
She turned a page of her book.
Is it Japanese food?
Is it Japanese food?
Could you turn down the radio?
Could you turn down the radio?
Could you cook this meat a little more?
Could you cook this meat a little more?
I had nothing to do with the accident.
I had nothing to do with the accident.
Where is the South Terminal?
Where is the South Terminal?
I like chocolate.
I like chocolate.
They will keep their promise.
They will keep their promise.
I am going to complain to the manager.
I am going to complain to the manager.
This mountain is difficult to climb.
This mountain is difficult to climb.
I prefer reading to writing.
I prefer reading to writing.
I'm catching the 11 o'clock train.
I'm catching the 11 o'clock train.
Even the hard-hearted can be moved to tears.
Even the hard-hearted can be moved to tears.
The tree fell down.
The tree fell down.
A bird was flying in the sky.
A bird was flying in the sky.
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
The storm didn't abate for several hours.
The storm didn't abate for several hours.
Don't interrupt people when they're talking.
Don't interrupt people when they're talking.
Japan is an industrial nation.
Japan is an industrial nation.
He offered to help me.
He offered to help me.
Wires transmit electricity.
Wires transmit electricity.
Which is your book?
Which is your book?
We've just run out of salt and pepper.
We've just run out of salt and pepper.
Tom is a high school student.
Tom is a high school student.
I know how to ski.
I know how to ski.
Luckily nobody got wet.
Luckily nobody got wet.
I will miss you all.
I will miss you all.
Our math teacher drew a circle on the blackboard.
Our math teacher drew a circle on the blackboard.
I'll give you a book.
I'll give you a book.
He played a minor part in the play.
He played a minor part in the play.
Didn't you write a letter to him?
Didn't you write a letter to him?
She grew roses.
She grew roses.
I'll support you as much as I can.
I'll support you as much as I can.
Last summer I traveled to Italy.
Last summer I traveled to Italy.
The clouds are getting darker.
The clouds are getting darker.
Have you washed the car yet?
Have you washed the car yet?
Where was he born?
Where was he born?
He likes this guitar.
He likes this guitar.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Who is that man?
Who is that man?
They all laughed at his jokes.
They all laughed at his jokes.
Adjust the microscope's focus.
Adjust the microscope's focus.
Do you want a ride?
Do you want a ride?
I gave him a book.
I gave him a book.
He runs as fast as you.
He runs as fast as you.
I agree with you on this issue.
I agree with you on this issue.
The little boy said hello to me.
The little boy said hello to me.
My uncle gave me his car.
My uncle gave me his car.
Will this much food do for a week's camping?
Will this much food do for a week's camping?
What's the minimum wage in your country?
What's the minimum wage in your country?
How tall is your brother?
How tall is your brother?
I have once been to Europe.
I have once been to Europe.
We had a lot of furniture.
We had a lot of furniture.
They hunted foxes.
They hunted foxes.
It's a waste of time and money.
It's a waste of time and money.
I have lived here since 1990.
I have lived here since 1990.
Generally speaking, men are physically stronger than women.
Generally speaking, men are physically stronger than women.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
She makes me happy.
She makes me happy.
It is getting dark outside.
It is getting dark outside.
What are you going to see?
What are you going to see?
He is studying the origin of jazz in America.
He is studying the origin of jazz in America.
Rome was not built in a day.
Rome was not built in a day.
I decided to subscribe to the magazine.
I decided to subscribe to the magazine.
She danced with joy.
She danced with joy.
Leave now.
Leave now.
Don't take chances.
Don't take chances.
She went shopping.
She went shopping.
I live in a small town.
I live in a small town.
I cannot put up with her behavior.
I cannot put up with her behavior.
When are you going back to Italy?
When are you going back to Italy?
Perhaps it will rain tomorrow.
Perhaps it will rain tomorrow.
You are lying to me.
You are lying to me.
Please turn on the light.
Please turn on the light.
She spends her leisure time making dolls.
She spends her leisure time making dolls.
I was hungry and thirsty.
I was hungry and thirsty.
Where's the newspaper?
Where's the newspaper?
When did it begin to rain?
When did it begin to rain?
I usually go to bed before 10.
I usually go to bed before 10.
The rule should be revised.
The rule should be revised.
Beware of the dog.
Beware of the dog.
Don't break suddenly.
Don't break suddenly.
I know that I don't deserve you.
I know that I don't deserve you.
This book is new.
This book is new.
How well can you play guitar?
How well can you play guitar?
He abandoned the plan.
He abandoned the plan.
Wherever you go, you'll be welcomed.
Wherever you go, you'll be welcomed.
Don't you feel cold?
Don't you feel cold?
Sometimes I run out of money.
Sometimes I run out of money.
Clean up the kitchen.
Clean up the kitchen.
She hasn't come yet.
She hasn't come yet.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I'm going to see a horror film.
I'm going to see a horror film.
The flower shop is just across the street.
The flower shop is just across the street.
Knowing is one thing, teaching quite another.
Knowing is one thing, teaching quite another.
Tom was late for dinner.
Tom was late for dinner.
I'm a free man.
I'm a free man.
It began to snow.
It began to snow.
His name is on the tip of my tongue.
His name is on the tip of my tongue.
Tom puts too much sugar in his tea.
Tom puts too much sugar in his tea.
Who do you think goes there?
Who do you think goes there?
Smoking in the office is against our rules.
Smoking in the office is against our rules.
He told me when to say yes.
He told me when to say yes.
Push the button, please.
Push the button, please.
It is a difficult problem.
It is a difficult problem.
They are in the kitchen.
They are in the kitchen.
I know that she is beautiful.
I know that she is beautiful.
I forget your telephone number.
I forget your telephone number.
Will you please shut the door?
Will you please shut the door?
Stop making a fool of yourself.
Stop making a fool of yourself.
This is the reason I disagree with you.
This is the reason I disagree with you.
This dictionary has 12 volumes.
This dictionary has 12 volumes.
Which brand do you prefer?
Which brand do you prefer?
I bought an old car.
I bought an old car.
They drank 2 bottles of wine.
They drank 2 bottles of wine.
We've had a lot of rain this month.
We've had a lot of rain this month.
I'll give you a ride.
I'll give you a ride.
I stayed home because I had a bad cold.
I stayed home because I had a bad cold.
That's not the case.
That's not the case.
You're right.
You're right.
He caught me by the arm.
He caught me by the arm.
I have but one wish.
I have but one wish.
She types well.
She types well.
I wish I had a better memory.
I wish I had a better memory.
My plan was eventually adopted.
My plan was eventually adopted.
They look happy today.
They look happy today.
When did he arrive here?
When did he arrive here?
Let's play cards instead of watching television.
Let's play cards instead of watching television.
If you help me, I'll try it again.
If you help me, I'll try it again.
The man was ashamed of being born poor.
The man was ashamed of being born poor.
The royal family lives in the imperial palace.
The royal family lives in the imperial palace.
I am talking with Tom.
I am talking with Tom.
Your name was mentioned.
Your name was mentioned.
Do you have some milk?
Do you have some milk?
We pushed ahead despite the obstacles.
We pushed ahead despite the obstacles.
Let me in.
Let me in.
The news made her sad.
The news made her sad.
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
All of a sudden, my mother began to sing.
All of a sudden, my mother began to sing.
I have lost the key.
I have lost the key.
I'll give this apple to whoever wants it.
I'll give this apple to whoever wants it.
An olive branch symbolizes peace.
An olive branch symbolizes peace.
This table is made of good oak.
This table is made of good oak.
Who are they?
Who are they?
I felt a touch of pain in my head.
I felt a touch of pain in my head.
I have to go to the bank.
I have to go to the bank.
It's a little cold today.
It's a little cold today.
Fish live in the sea.
Fish live in the sea.
Halley's Comet will come back in 2061.
Halley's Comet will come back in 2061.
There is usually an organ in a church.
There is usually an organ in a church.
I was ill yesterday.
I was ill yesterday.
I forgot to pay my rent this month.
I forgot to pay my rent this month.
My legs still hurt.
My legs still hurt.
I'm aware that you failed.
I'm aware that you failed.
It's worth a try.
It's worth a try.
There was nobody there.
There was nobody there.
There is nothing like a walk.
There is nothing like a walk.
Do not eat too much cake.
Do not eat too much cake.
I bought a cat at that shop.
I bought a cat at that shop.
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
Forget your sorrows.
Forget your sorrows.
I got her a doll.
I got her a doll.
You shouldn't have paid the bill.
You shouldn't have paid the bill.
That tie suits you very well.
That tie suits you very well.
He is a mere child.
He is a mere child.
Do you go shopping every day?
Do you go shopping every day?
Did they live here?
Did they live here?
I repeated the word several times for her.
I repeated the word several times for her.
He doesn't always come late.
He doesn't always come late.
I have no idea why she got so angry.
I have no idea why she got so angry.
Speaking foreign languages is not easy.
Speaking foreign languages is not easy.
Please give me a cup of milk.
Please give me a cup of milk.
She pulled my shirt.
She pulled my shirt.
I met her by chance.
I met her by chance.
The museum is closed now.
The museum is closed now.
You must always do what is right.
You must always do what is right.
I was too surprised to speak.
I was too surprised to speak.
Are you ready to eat?
Are you ready to eat?
What is the exact time?
What is the exact time?
We have had little snow this year.
We have had little snow this year.
Where are your things?
Where are your things?
She made tea for me.
She made tea for me.
Every time I see him, he is smiling.
Every time I see him, he is smiling.
Who is the greatest poet in England?
Who is the greatest poet in England?
Will you sell your car to me?
Will you sell your car to me?
I can't lend you this book.
I can't lend you this book.
There is an apple on the desk.
There is an apple on the desk.
Do you like San Francisco?
Do you like San Francisco?
Did you watch the soccer game on television?
Did you watch the soccer game on television?
A glass of water, please.
A glass of water, please.
We went to the park to play.
We went to the park to play.
It is sunny today.
It is sunny today.
Where does this street lead to?
Where does this street lead to?
The air conditioner doesn't work.
The air conditioner doesn't work.
The meeting took place yesterday.
The meeting took place yesterday.
Long skirts are in fashion.
Long skirts are in fashion.
There was an earthquake this morning.
There was an earthquake this morning.
We were surprised to hear the news.
We were surprised to hear the news.
The kids are asleep.
The kids are asleep.
I do love you.
I do love you.
There's no toilet paper.
There's no toilet paper.
I will keep the fish alive.
I will keep the fish alive.
We all wish for happiness.
We all wish for happiness.
Did you enjoy yourself yesterday?
Did you enjoy yourself yesterday?
He stopped talking.
He stopped talking.
He only had $100.
He only had $100.
I'm very happy now.
I'm very happy now.
Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject.
Winter is approaching.
Winter is approaching.
Respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
We must begin before 5.
We must begin before 5.
That car is hers.
That car is hers.
Of course, many senior citizens are happy with retirement.
Of course, many senior citizens are happy with retirement.
I will do anything for you.
I will do anything for you.
I want you to read this book.
I want you to read this book.
The boss made them work day and night.
The boss made them work day and night.
We learn by trial and error.
We learn by trial and error.
He bought a lot of flour and oil.
He bought a lot of flour and oil.
The moon is behind the clouds.
The moon is behind the clouds.
How did the exam go?
How did the exam go?
How many floors does this building have?
How many floors does this building have?
May I sit here?
May I sit here?
Where is the bus terminal?
Where is the bus terminal?
She plays tennis in the morning.
She plays tennis in the morning.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
The washing machine is a wonderful invention.
The washing machine is a wonderful invention.
He doesn't live in my neighborhood.
He doesn't live in my neighborhood.
I'm sure it was just a terrible accident.
I'm sure it was just a terrible accident.
May I try this on?
May I try this on?
Australia is smaller than South America.
Australia is smaller than South America.
He opened the cage and set the birds free.
He opened the cage and set the birds free.
It's just your imagination.
It's just your imagination.
Who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
I have a lot of things to do.
I have a lot of things to do.
This isn't fair.
This isn't fair.
There was nothing in the box.
There was nothing in the box.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Show me your passport, please.
Show me your passport, please.
I received an invitation.
I received an invitation.
He washes the car every week.
He washes the car every week.
I took a picture of my family.
I took a picture of my family.
I remember returning the book to the library.
I remember returning the book to the library.
We need to study more.
We need to study more.
I'm sure that she will come back soon.
I'm sure that she will come back soon.
I'd rather stay at home.
I'd rather stay at home.
I must be true to myself.
I must be true to myself.
Both of my parents are not strict with me.
Both of my parents are not strict with me.
The museum is open from Monday to Friday.
The museum is open from Monday to Friday.
I play tennis every day.
I play tennis every day.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
Is there anything that I can do for you?
That room is not very large.
That room is not very large.
I was not conscious of his presence.
I was not conscious of his presence.
He does not get up early.
He does not get up early.
The thunder became louder.
The thunder became louder.
Let's sing a song.
Let's sing a song.
I bought this book the other day.
I bought this book the other day.
This is the boy whose name is Tom Fisher.
This is the boy whose name is Tom Fisher.
Will it rain this afternoon?
Will it rain this afternoon?
They don't know my name.
They don't know my name.
Your work has greatly improved.
Your work has greatly improved.
I'm waiting for him.
I'm waiting for him.
You can use my bicycle.
You can use my bicycle.
I have a wooden comb.
I have a wooden comb.
He can swim very fast.
He can swim very fast.
He asked me if I liked mathematics.
He asked me if I liked mathematics.
By the way, do you play the violin?
By the way, do you play the violin?
You must be kidding.
You must be kidding.
He's lived there all his life.
He's lived there all his life.
Everyone burst into laughter.
Everyone burst into laughter.
He doesn't know a lot about Japan.
He doesn't know a lot about Japan.
I stayed with an American family.
I stayed with an American family.
I often go to the movies.
I often go to the movies.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
I think it will be sunny.
I think it will be sunny.
It's dangerous to play around the fire.
It's dangerous to play around the fire.
We went to the movies last night.
We went to the movies last night.
This puzzle has 500 pieces.
This puzzle has 500 pieces.
She has hundreds of books.
She has hundreds of books.
Why do I have to do that?
Why do I have to do that?
Let's do it another time.
Let's do it another time.
Here is your bag.
Here is your bag.
He is terrible at math.
He is terrible at math.
The ground is covered with snow.
The ground is covered with snow.
Can you get it repaired?
Can you get it repaired?
Please step back.
Please step back.
He came from Tokyo yesterday.
He came from Tokyo yesterday.
There isn't any milk in the glass.
There isn't any milk in the glass.
Our teacher looks very young.
Our teacher looks very young.
Any book will do.
Any book will do.
He is always studying.
He is always studying.
Can you ride a bicycle?
Can you ride a bicycle?
I've no friend to talk to about my problems.
I've no friend to talk to about my problems.
Tom has grown in strength.
Tom has grown in strength.
Can you go with us?
Can you go with us?
I heard my name called.
I heard my name called.
Tom filled out the application form.
Tom filled out the application form.
You don't have to work today.
You don't have to work today.
You should take care of your sick mother.
You should take care of your sick mother.
Father set the alarm for 6 o'clock.
Father set the alarm for 6 o'clock.
Oranges are sweeter than lemons.
Oranges are sweeter than lemons.
He will come back sooner or later.
He will come back sooner or later.
Can you help me wash these dishes?
Can you help me wash these dishes?
Does anyone here speak Japanese?
Does anyone here speak Japanese?
I spent the weekend with my friends.
I spent the weekend with my friends.
May I use this?
May I use this?
Can you answer this riddle?
Can you answer this riddle?
He warned me of the danger.
He warned me of the danger.
My room is upstairs on the left.
My room is upstairs on the left.
Did you play tennis yesterday?
Did you play tennis yesterday?
I've been here since Saturday.
I've been here since Saturday.
She goes to the supermarket every 3 days.
She goes to the supermarket every 3 days.
Today's meeting has been cancelled.
Today's meeting has been cancelled.
He is very busy now.
He is very busy now.
The storm destroyed the whole town.
The storm destroyed the whole town.
Don't talk nonsense.
Don't talk nonsense.
I'm a baker.
I'm a baker.
He placed the book on the shelf.
He placed the book on the shelf.
He went to Paris to study French.
He went to Paris to study French.
Where is the toothpaste?
Where is the toothpaste?
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Fire burns.
Fire burns.
Who do you think will come first?
Who do you think will come first?
He did not get up early.
He did not get up early.
I was tired.
I was tired.
He turned the key.
He turned the key.
Unlock the door.
Unlock the door.
She had a basket full of apples.
She had a basket full of apples.
This city is hard to live in.
This city is hard to live in.